Okay, a good evening, a good morning. I don't know what time you're watching this right now, but all I can say is it's a pleasure having you here. This is a breakthrough chapter, and of course, I am Prince Key Official that is going to be hosting the interview today. Guess what? Today, I have a very beautiful lady in the house that is going to be talking to us, of course, about herself, about her life, and maybe about anything she'd wish us to know. Breakthrough chapter has a very beautiful thing coming for you in a few days, if I may say, because weeks and months are just an hour, but in a few days you're going to be having something good and absolutely so good for you. A breakthrough chapter is having what they call a breakthrough awards, the very first edition that I don't think you should miss. But before that, let me get back to that interview. And of course, I told you I'm going to be having a very beautiful lady in the house. She's just so, I don't know what I can say, but we're going to be diving into that interview with her. So, lady, of course, after me giving you that very beautiful introduction, I expect something. So as I introduce myself, I'm Prince Key Official. I'm going to be hosting it today. This is the Breakthrough Chapter interview with our celebrities. You are talking about models, musicians, movie stars, and anyone that is concerned with the public figure industry, if I may call it. So people would love to know, who is this beautiful lady that I'm sitting with today?
It is nice me being here. I'm so happy to be here. My name is Nanchinga Sharifa, but you can call me Tifah. In the modeling world, that is the name that they know, Tifah. Yes, that is me. I'm a model by profession, not just as a model. I'm a model by profession.
Nanchinga, it means you're a Uganda.
Yes, I'm a Uganda.
I'm not some Ugandan.
People say that models cannot be Wagandas.
So I'm not some Uganda, but I'm going to be trying some Uganda here. So, ma'am, where did I chigi?
Anadira Lugavim, Akabiro Malere, Omowala guvuga nti olwadugwa lwakatende serikulengeja kumbakawala kombe banja liwete. Okay, I'm really loving this. I only had the first one. Where did I go, right? It's called, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I don't know how to pronounce its name in English, but Pingu. That is how they call it in English.
Whatever it is, we got you. If you got it, if you didn't get it, forget about it. So Tifah, people would like to know, who are you? Like, just a brief background. Besides Tifah, what else would you want people to know about you?
I was born in Kawempe. My mom is called Motesi Betty. I'm a Muslim. My dad is called Motiaba Abdu. I'm a Muslim and I'm a Uganda. I went to school. I stopped from S4. That is when the modeling world called me. Yeah.
So it's a calling. I'm liking it.
Yeah, it's a calling because I came into the modeling world. Actually, I was looking for a job.
Yeah.
And then I came across this post. It was talking about models. And then I'm like, okay, let me go into it and see. But it was my calling. That is how I joined the industry. Okay, at school I used to do modeling, but none of those serious things. Just those things of the fashion chat school. You model, you do those funny things. And then I realized it later that it was my calling, because most of the people home around my place used to be like, you look like models, you look like models. And I also used to watch the fashion channels, e-fashion, but I wasn't into it. But I realized it later that it was my calling, and then I'm like, let me go for it.
Okay,
I am now.
I like the fact that you've taken us through your background so quickly, and we got to that modeling industry already, but that's so well. So talking about school, do you remember that instant in school whereby maybe a model came and then you got inspired, or maybe you watched something on TV while you're in school and then you felt like, if I would ever get a chance, I would take on this?
I wanted to be a Miss Teen. I used to watch those things, but I don't remember the TV, but I watched it once. And then at the school where I was, they used to do those things. And then they would bring in like the prom days. They'll be like, oh, the prom queen, the prom. And then I'm like, I would also want to be on those big channels and then model, but just in a joking way. It wasn't serious.
I feel so, but then you got into, at times a calling is never too serious when you're getting into it, but you just see yourself there and you're like, oh, I'm here already and I like this. But now starting with the modeling industry, you got into it with just seeing a poster and then you took it on. Will you tell people, like, how was your first experience in the industry? How was your first Okay, how was your first experience in the industry before you reached that point when you became a star? But how was that first?
I went to some modeling agency. The first one that I saw the poster, that like, no, you have to be having some piercings, no tattoos. I think they're even talking about a nose pin. Then I'm like, me, I don't have a nose pin. And then I'm like, but my late auntie used to be like, you look like models, da 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 da. And then I'm like, let me just go for it, because I had the features of models, this point, this one's here. Then I was like, let me just go for it. So I went for it. I reached there. We used to train every Saturday. So I tried my level best. Okay, I started using block heels, and then that guy was like, there's some such crazy guy who was called Injuchi. That was his name. He was like, you have a great work, but the shoes you're having, they're so bad. Like, in that way, he was really, really, really rude. But he saw something in me, and trust me, the following week, I had to get stilettos. It wasn't easy. You don't know how many times I've fallen down.
I feel like,
but that is all history right now.
If I'm to know stilettos, there's some sharp point in it.
Yeah, so Spencer heels, it's so sharp, no platform in front. The heel is sharp, and you have to use it. As the guy told me, I want 4 inches or plus.
4 plus. So you either do 4, 5, or 6, or 8.
Yes, and I was just a beginner. I was just starting, because I used to walk in heels, but not modeling, because modeling you have to walk in a straight line, do that catwalk.
I'm imagining, but anyway, like talking about your aunt, may also rest in peace. But would you have any person like who was in the industry besides just your family that you looked at when you got here, and then you always got inspired every other time? You're like, I should be like this person, I should be like this person.
In my family, as my dad says, we are the only celebrities in the family, but look, we are around celebrities. My dad used to have like artists used to come home, but I was just seeing them as normal people. Just normal people. Like, I wasn't into the modeling industry. I would only see those Kardashians, and then I'm like, those people are big. I also want to be like them. And then also Helen Lukoma, how she started that. She wasn't into modeling, but I loved her body. I'm like, I want my body to look like that. I want my body to be like that. No, I was born for this.
You're born a model. Okay, people born models are very few because most of them are made. But anyway, we have Tifah here, born a model. Remember, if you wanna come in such a scenery, you want to have such clear pictures, such clear videos, you only have one spot for you, that is Isu Photography. That's if I'm pronouncing it right. You get here in Nansana at Sibiambu. Sibiambu is a building called Sibiambu. You dig Sibiambu. To be such a beautiful place, Sibiambu takes a lot. But as I told you, still having a person on a model. Yeah, I'm liking this. So, Tifah, when you got into the modeling industry, you had those hassles of learning to use those heels, letters. You were abused, you got rejections. How did you handle these rejections? Because anything in life that you're starting always has rejections. That you go and then you're still young, maybe you're chat with your tata and blah blah blah. Like, how did you manage to handle most of the rejection?
I'm sorry.
Unless you never had any.
Why not?
You are born a model everywhere.
Even if you're born how. But I'm so happy where I started from. Like, the person that trained me first, trained me for these things, trained me for these challenges. He was a person that would tell me the truth. If I'm walking bad, he would be like, you're walking bad. I want you to walk like this. I want you to look like this in the camera. So he briefed me for this. I've faced a lot of challenges in this industry. One of the most challenges that all models face is the rejection at castings. Like, I used to fear castings, but he was like, how are you going to do it if you're fearing castings? How are you going to be there? You need to go for those castings, they reject you, and then you get to know where am I not doing right, so that you can go back and correct those mistakes that you're having. Number one, I used to be confident about my height. Bro, I reached there. You know, the Sudanese, you find a girl that is almost like 7. You stand with her and then you're like, eh. The first casting I went to that really hit me, it was Janzi. And then I was like, wow.
Janzi. There's an onward swing.
Yes, the first one. I reached there, Jemem was in charge, and then I was like, okay, I trust my work, let me go for it. The man couldn't let me walk. He was like, no, you're short, go back.
And you still came back for the industry?
I came back for the industry ready to hit the runway, because now I know where I fall, I know where my height goes, and I know where my walk goes.
Yeah, so you know what to lose your body.
But that first one, just the man couldn't let me walk. There's some friend of mine called Rita. Where we came from, we started together. So we trusted our works. We're like, we are going to show this man that we are the only supermodels in Uganda. But trust me, the man didn't let us walk. He was like, no, you're short, go back. Oh,
That was
just at the stairs of the casting. We didn't even, because remember, when you reach at the casting, you write your name down, and there's that thing, they measure your height. He didn't let us measure our heights. He was like, you're short, go back. And I'm like, okay, all right, let's meet there.
That was hard, but I feel like every other challenge you go through, it's a learning process.
Yes, it's a learning process. If they reject you on this casting, go for another one.
Maybe you will be the person.
Yes, you might be the person the next casting director is looking for. Sometimes it's not all about the height.
Oh yeah, I get it. And personally, told you that breakthrough chapter, we're here to bring all the talents that you see out here that you didn't even see, just because we are not into that spaces. But as for us, breakthrough chapter, we're here to bring them for you. So talking about breakthrough, that we bring these people up, and then we tell you that these are people who are at that strategy. As breakthrough, we want to know that point in your life, that point in this industry, in your career, that you felt like that you work, and since that day, it has been who from me.
Okay, yeah, that I
Point for you.
I did some things without knowing that they are going to be big and big and big and big. And people around my area call me a celebrity, but deep down inside me, I feel like I am, but having to reach where I want to reach. Maybe, Tifah.N, celebrity, but I did a lot of things that I didn't know that I was a star already. Yeah, I've featured in a few videos, done a couple of runways.
So we get to your achievements. What is that memorable show that you did and you felt like I was now there? One.
I've done a number of them. I'm trying to look for that one that.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. I would say the bride and groom expo. I think it's 2020. I went for the first one for 2023. They rejected me. For this one for 2024. Trust me. Guess what? It is them that looked for me.
I know, that was good. Kudos, see.
Yes, that one is the one I feel like here, I really made it.
Really quick, and you're like,
Yes, I'm like, it.
by me is out. The bone murder.
But I had done a few runways behind, but for that one, I was like, they rejected me last year, and then this year, it is them looking for me.
That is nice. It shows what, like, after the rejection, you went back and did your thing, and then they scared.
Yeah. Because He's born for this.
That is very nice. You're about to get to the kidney, the things that you have achieved in the industry, one by one. Like, we can talk about shows, we can talk about magazine, the sugar picture, you can talk about the photo shoots, talk about the designers, you work with those big designers, and then in the future, we'll be concluding this also. Okay, we'll come back from that chapter bread, and of course, as before going for a break, we'll switch into the beautiful lady, the born model person. It's the very first person I'd see that she didn't hit her gym, but if you see her body, just on point. So that means the person was really on a model. Yes. Of course, this is a breakthrough chapter where we're having the breakthrough of what's happening from this moment. You're going to be having the detail right there on your screen. Of course, before we went for a quick break, we're still talking about the lady and how he has been in the industry. And of course, right now we're going to be diving into the challenges you have faced in the industry. Tifah.N model, have you come across any challenges in the industry?
Yeah, there's a lot of challenges in this industry. A lot. Rejection from casting directors, rejection from designers. And then also, as women, we face a lot of challenges since the industry we are in. It has more males than females. So that challenge, that one is also there. Photographers, videographers, designers. But at the end of the day, you have to go through it because it's part of it. The challenges have built me. Yeah, once they reject you as a casting, go to the next casting. That might be your breakthrough, as how this is the breakthrough art. That might be your breakthrough point. The designer rejects you at that casting. Find that designer somewhere and talk. Get to know each other. He or she might just call you and then he's giving you more money more than where they're giving you at the casting where you found him or her.
So in short, connection in this industry.
Connections also matter, and then you as a person, how do you face your challenges? How do you face them? Use them as your weapon. When they reject you, don't just go home and cry, baby girl or baby boy. Go to the next casting. Get to know, where did I do right? Go check your work or your face or how your body posture was. Go and check and see if I didn't do here right. Let me go and correct this mistake. If the designer doesn't want this body shape at the moment, let's find that designer, talk to him or her, get to know, be like, oh, okay, this casting, you are casting plus size models. I'm not a plus size model. Do you have anything for my size I can do for you? A shoot, we can be friends. As simple as that. Be friendly with these people called
Wetega.
Yeah, Wetega. This industry is big and small like this. And then also the other challenge of the people that we are dealing with. How do you deal with them? I cannot send in a photographer or a videographer but how do you deal with them? How do you deal with them accordingly? Ogenda kukwana omuvume bichi naye totomanyi nti ayinza okuba alina omulimu ogw'amaanyi. You will just be friends with him.
So it has to be clear that we want to be. So I tend to tell people that we're applying kids
but handle them accordingly.
It's basically like, how can they? If that's an art damage, we are having a challenge, and then
I have a lot of friends in this entertainment world, but how do you deal with them? Mother Pleasant, he's interested in you, be like, we can be friends. Don't just push that person away. No. That person might have a big deal for you because these are the people that, make us. The photographer is going to take a picture of you whereby on billboards. My photographer, rest in peace. The one that actually, the photographer that I say that made me, he died at the end of last year. He took nice pictures of me till date. I still have them, but I didn't treat him bad. I don't want to say he vibed me, no, he did, but the casting, I wasn't rejected, and then I was like, oh, I love the body. Can we do a shoot? And then I'm like, yes, we can do one. And then it's like, okay, we're going to talk about the money part. We did, and we worked. Videographers, the same thing. Designers, because there's a lot of designers that are male, and we are the females. But I tell you, a designer, right, scenes.
Okay, we're still talking about the challenges, and I felt like I had to ask this question because you say there are male designers, there are more male models in the industry than the females. So, finish if you're not like it's almost everywhere, like in all industries. Or if you come maybe designer, maybe is a fellow model, there's a casting that is there, but for me to take you.
Okay, those challenges are there, but okay, katugende mu Uganda. Those challenges are there. Ne ogenda kuwako bameka okukuyisaawo. That is the question. Ogenda kuwako bameka okutuuka gy'olaga w'onootuukira eri waggulu onooba toweddewo mukwano. For this industry where I've reached, no man has ever seen okuntuusaayo gye njagala atuuke, because the moment you start doing it, these people talk to each other. Ogenda kuwaako ono omuntu agambe muno baneeno bampaddeko yawaako, naye omulala ajja okukuwa omulimu agenda kugamba jaamu, okitegeera. At the end of the day ogenda nasanga nga mulimu gwakuwa it's not even
one. I mean, ask how have you survived with those challenges of way back like that? How have you survived to this point of hitting such big shows without
these people? Once that person comes to you, show this person that you're a profession.
You're up to business.
If it's not business, then we are not working together. Mulage that thing of I'm a professional person. You want my body? I'm not going to give you my body. Either we are working or we are not working.
Okay, then people who are out there, remember that kicking out your body doesn't help you get whatever you want. Yeah, there are always challenges, and please embrace the challenges and go with them, because after all, the challenge is the learning process. So, this is the most part that I always like asking people, is that part I love most. What are your achievements in the industry? Like you look at them, oh my God, Tifah, I'm proud of myself.
I have a number of achievements, and the journey has been long for me to reach them. Number one, my biggest achievement, I featured on Vogue magazine.
Oh,
yeah, it was 2022. That is when I featured on Vogue magazine, and then at the end of last year, I featured on Signified magazine. It is in South Africa. And then I've hit a number of runways. I've featured in a number of videos. Wachikuba by Shiba, Okubienyo by Winning Waji, and the other artists are like those. Okay, those two features are one of my big achievements. I'm like, I didn't know that I was there. They were like, oh, we are seeing you on TV, we are seeing, and I'm like, is that me?
Okay, you told me that you've never encountered any man in the industry that has asked you for anything.
And even me as a person, I don't want to date someone in the same field as me, because I know it's all going to be.
Okay, now. And
then also my other achievement, I hit Bride and Groom.
Bride and Groom. I think it was like passionate because you have in Uganda.
Yeah, one of the big ones. I also want to hit Aspers. Aspers, I'm coming for you. Yeah, Aspers, I'm coming.
Okay, I wish you all the best.
Yeah.
Someone they want to know, because I be what they yet. I know him actually, he wants to know that you sing. Tonimba. At least
I'm not singing.
You're saying someone.
I'm saying someone.
Ooh, that's nice, Kati. If you're there
looking for model, please.
No.
I'm not there. Okay, I don't have a ring on, but I'm seeing someone.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you okay if someone wants to prove otherwise?
I'm okay where I am. No, China challenger.
China challenger.
Yeah.
Yachikuba yamala.
I able to say continue plan. We are relationship to be a son. You
Kasi bya muri.
but this ain't never naga no kuntwaranga baganga go back to date. I'm seeing someone. I don't think go have a die na chanda.
Atobo ganwe tobawa.
Sibawana, they have to be zanga bayayana. Over the kaonga bayayana.
Not just me.
Yes, even the public, my fans. Chabagara kubanga ni no mwami sewa babanga. Aliao bagalo kutukako nenga tikako.
Public, our fans, Tifah.N model is off your limits. No goes on for you.
With you guys, I'm open for your gigs. You can give me gig. I'm open, but
So later on, you're going to be sharing your socials, but then before that, I'm going to ask you one question, and then we're going to be concluding. How did you get to know about Breakthrough Chapter?
the breakthrough chapter, it was my boss that told me about it, and then my boss, CEO Shali Ahmed, Ocean Models. I work with them. I'm their model coach. So that is how I got to know about the breakthrough. And then I'm so happy I want to work with them. The breakthrough is family now with the Ocean Models. We are brothers and sisters. That is why I told you this industry more like this.
I didn't think.
Yes, small but so big.
Cool. Okay. Now, you're going to be doing this for me. You're going to tell our listeners your closing remarks. You tell them what they want to know about that about asked. You said your regulars people who are watching, say that you want people to feel about asked, and then you're going to be sharing your socials, and then you're going to be wrapping this up.
Okay. Number one, to all the people that love to work with models, please pay us some money that is value us. Please, a humble request. Please value us. We put in a lot. And then you call someone and you tell that person that you're having 50,000. Really? Even the shoes we wear, they're not 50,000 shillings.
So in short, if you are given the opportunity to be the head, the person in charge of models in Uganda, what's the one thing you
trust me? You see, the artists are having the copyright thing.
Yeah.
I want the same rules to appear here. You cannot call someone his daughter Osan and then you give that person 50,000 shillings. For what? Do they even buy shoes? No. Even makeup? No. Please value us. Please, a humble request, value us. And to all the models out there, don't be a plus size model and then you're like, no, the modeling industry is only for slim girls. No. I have a friend of mine, she's a plus size model. I brought her into this. I'm like, come. Modeling is not all about slim girls. No, it's not all about those dark-skinned girls. No. Commercial models, there are ramen models, there are fashion models, there are gym models are there. So please, regardless of your height, big, small, wide, short, please, you're welcome to our industry. We are welcoming everyone regardless. Even if you're lame, please come to our industry. It is so welcoming. What other things that I wanted to talk about? I wanted to talk about one more thing. Please, to the people that we are together in this industry, thank you guys for being with us, because it's not only this face that makes us models, the photographers, the videographers, even the artists that get to choose us to be in their videos, the designers, a lot of people, even the people with their projects that choose us to work with them. We are so thankful to you. We are so happy to work with you guys, because you guys make us and we make you.
Thank you so much, Tifah. At this point, I want to just give you a chance to share your social media handles, and maybe you can, if you want. So you're going to share your social media handles with people who want to follow you, who want to link up with you in ways or the other.
Okay, I use Nanchinga Tifah on all my socials: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, email nanchingashifa@gmail.com. And then also I'm a business lady. I was dressed by Tifah's collection. Yes, that is my own brand.
Matching the outfit.
Yeah, I got to the modeling part and then I was like, let me create something of my own.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having
Thank
you.
you so much for having me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure having you at the Breakthrough Chapter and basically the Breakthrough Awards. We hope we're gonna see you on our function and our awarding ceremony.
I'll be there.
I'll be there. Yep.
Yeah.
That has been Tifah for you, and this is a Breakthrough Chapter. It's been a pleasure having her here. Remember, models work with photographers, models work with cinematographers and cameramen. Yeah. So if you don't have good pictures, it's only one spot for you, that is ESU photography here in Nasana along Sibiamu buildings just along the road. You want to get good pictures, you want to have good reels, videos, that's the spot for you. This is a Breakthrough Award and I, Crispy Official. See you.